Hey guys, Olden Prince here, back with Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 7. Is it Episode 7? No, it's Episode 8. Last time we had the little door puzzle involving color blindness and like hereditary genetics involving stuff of that nature. Uh, Mau Mau also got herself in the sights of the Emperor. Generally a not good thing to do. Turns out emperors are really dangerous when you start interacting with them in any capacity. It's better to just go under the radar as much as you can. But what else do I have going on? Outer Wilds. I'm starting an Outer Wilds run. Episode 2 is going to come out Wednesday. Fucking hell, I need to trim up my beard. Yeah, I believe that is it for major stuff on my end. So, yeah, I can't think of anything in particular that I need to touch on, but if anything does pop up, I will say so during the intro. So you all know the drill, stuff down below with it as you see fit. And without any further ado, let's get started. 5 double sync point at 10. I've been enjoying this series immensely. I know I'm a damn broken record when it comes to saying that, but it is in fact the truth. We'll be interested to see what all's going on, because the title of the episode is Empress Dowager, and generally, like emperors, you don't want to interact with that as a concept, you know? The less you deal with the upper brass, the better. As it turns out, when somebody sees you as like a fucking tiny little ant, they don't feel much remorse about crushing you underfoot. But that's just my opinion about royalty adjacent individuals. Hello, you two. Yeah, so we'll see how this all goes. Probably gonna do a double recording today of this, just because in theory gonna be going on a pretty good hike last or next week. So want to have this done in advance in case I get my time out there extended. Yep, it's titled The Empress Dowager. Alright. Uh huh. Oh god, she absolutely loves the fact that she's in the storage shed. And she's a little special. Yes, she is. On the floor. Fucking hell. She loves that as a concept. Medical bullshit. Uh-huh. Fucking hell. She's head over heels with the concept. Mm-hmm. No. No, that's not her. Bug Lady. That's who. You're not the creepy Bug Lady. I can't hear you over the food, miss. Mm-hmm. These are side characters. You can tell by the lack of definition in the face. Mm-hmm. Oh god, a lizard tail. What's so? Oh god, yeah, it's Frog Havers. It belongs to Frog Haver. Is that a cicada? Gotta reuse the background animation as much as they can. It's expensive. Yeah, just keep the voice crack. Keep the sets and then adjust stuff over them. I don't know. Maybe. Lovely. What's the significance of these trumpets? Yeah, but ah, mm-hmm, yeah, uh-huh, mm-hmm. No. Given her style of dress, that is highly likely. Oh, but I recognize like two of those. Um, yeah. Oh, was that a fucking what's her name? The death potion girl? Mm-hmm. Is this our you you're both a little strange, but not that strange. You just give yourself chemical burns. Did you squish it into her hair? Mm-hmm. So why are you hunting them, insect girl? Really? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Who's this? Uh Somebody really fucking important. Hello, madam. Ah. Hey, that's the title. So what's the purpose of the clackers? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Of course. Uh-huh. How how do you know all this? Mm-hmm. That's lovely. Yeah, how's that look on a economic one? Ah, always gotta find loopholes. Mm-hmm. Yep. You just gotta find all the loopholes you can. It's see you around, bug girl. Yeah, that could be a issue. Mm-hmm. People are gonna have opinions about that. So what's your game gonna be? I know her. I know some of the larger secrets behind her, but like, what's her game here? Just going back and forth isn't gonna do anything. You gotta go to an edge and then down the edge. Using context clues, I think it's the Empress Dowager with her little wax stick. So, why exactly are you here, madam? Your Imperial Highness? That would seem to be correct. Maybe. Oh, glass. Uh, Cakes of some variety. That would be correct. Yeah, what's so important about Froghaver? Mm-hmm. That would track. That that would track. So what's with this suspect nod? Oh boy. That's the gates of hell have closed. God, this oh dear. Yeah. Mhm. It's 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 good to be humble. It's good to be humble in some aspects. Don't be too humble. That is cool sound design with that. Oh boy. What exactly are you gonna have her do? Is that rice in a cup? So do you know? Do you intend to put a curse on him? What what exactly do you mean by that? That's concerning, I would say. Uh-huh. That is a reasonable word given everything. You know, you obviously that is a part of political marriages, like she said. Ugh, fucking hell. That is your old man. Uh, Yippee. That is wonderful. Yeah, brother. Mm-hmm. Gee, I wonder who that is. Who knows? That's uh that's not in the realm of speculation you should muse over, especially not out loud. How lovely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would happen for a myriad of reasons. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She seems all right, but uh political bullshit. My favorite. Mm-hmm. She's also pregnant, so they make enemies. At least not directly. Uh, what's uh what's her kettle of fish? Very unique fashion choice, admittedly. Oh dear. What are you gonna get yelled at about this time? So what, figs, pear, orange, grapes? Okay. Show of trust. Yep, show of trust. Okay. Persimmons? Yep. Uh, maybe. Who knows? Uh, we're we're investigating witchcraft. Uh huh. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's great. Um, please stop glaring at me, miss. Eh, fucking hell. That's she sure has her loyalties and opinions. So it would seem. Mm-hmm. Love the background details. That probably is just to give the fucking million and one servants something to do. properly raked and all that? Alright. What do we got in here? Brush, paints. Mm-hmm. I see. Huh. Interesting. What do you think the odds are the paint has like a lead or... Was mercury used in paints at any point? Like lead or mercury powder. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Or at least not in conventional means. I can't fucking imagine why. There must be some reason we don't know as to why she would wish for a fucking pedophile rapist. Is that gonna strike the video in any way? Yeah? What was the issue? Okay, so was the room colder than usual? Could there have been... So paint. What preservatives are in paint? Mm-hmm. Uh, what preservatives are in paint? So, what was things that historical preservatives? What is that? Okay, so 2215 again. So what? Okay, so quick Google search trying to see what preservatives were in there. Obviously, lead. Lead is, I'm not sure the interaction it has with a corpse. Mercury, vermilion, uh, chemicals that can preserve a body. So, what are other embalming fluids that we could do that? Historical. So, what? Salt, heavy metals. I mean, obviously, we know about salt, natron, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. That was what was used for the desiccation of bodies in Egypt. Here's the ones that we're looking for: arsenic. Arsenic I'm trying to remember which pigment was used with arsenic. Mercury. So we all know, Mad as a Hatter. Trying to remember the rhyme off the top of my head. Yep. Dry as a bone, mad as a hatter, blind as a bat, red as a beet, hot as a hare, full as a flask. That that's a mnemonic device that we learned a fair bit in my EMT training, just as a general thing of, oh, if you run into somebody that theoretically has poisoning, here's some stuff that can point to that. Again, dry as a bone, you have an extreme lack of sweat, dry skin, parched mouth, and all that. Mad as a hatter. Mercury has a lovely way of just fucking with your head, which is part of why like lighthouse keepers would go insane beyond, isolation for months on end. You've got the way that it floated was in a pool of mercury for the lamp. And as such, interaction with that on a regular basis, you could have it get into your system in one way or another. And yeah, it was also commonly used in hat making. So again, Mad as a Hatter, which is also why you have the Mad Hatter in the Alice in Wonderland stories. Blind as a bat, that goes without saying, just pupils are dilated to all hell. You've got messed up vision one way or another, or at least deviating from the norm. All of these, again, have to be taken in mind with whatever the normal limits are for the individual. Red as a beet, extreme vasodilation. You've got flushed red skin. Generally not good. Hot as a hare. You are feverish as all shit. Full as a flask. You can't piss. So we've got all that. But if we look again, alumina salts. Heavy metals used in historical paints. What are things that we could see reasonably? Again, lead white. That's a pretty good one. You've got yellow tin, so a yellowish pigment, and red. Those are major ones according to this. Yep, arsenic has green. Arsenic is pretty much all the green you can want. Pigment. Mercury is vermilion. What color is vermilion? Okay, it's a red. Red is a fairly common color in like Chinese art, right? Cadmium, yellow, orange, reds, cobalt and chrome, blue, green, yellow. And if we look at preservatives, we have arsenic, mercury, and alumina salts. I don't see alumina salts listed here, but if we go over to the room, I will find the exact frame possible of the pigments on the floor, because it might be a bit of a long shot. Okay, so we've got at 1918, it looks like just some normal, ink brush paintings of, is that bamboo? Maybe. I don't know my plants. Okay, on the ground, what do we got? We got yellow, which, again, in theory, that yellow could be... Unfortunately, it looks like any of these except mercury. But I'm gonna say the yellow isn't necessarily anything, but it might be lead. I will say it might be lead. We've got the blue, which, is cobalt and such. And we have a reddish orange, but that could just be from him mixing colors. So in the room, we've got a bunch of red pillars. That, again, doesn't mean anything. We've got more... I'm at 1926 right now. More ink paintings in the background. So I'm gonna say that most likely the red wood isn't anything to note because the whole fucking palace is built of redwood. Yeah, what... So obviously what I'm going to say is the cause of the Emperor's preservation. The cause of the preservation is obviously going to be the poisoning of heavy metals, just that will slowly go on as, life continues building up with age, and then as you get older, your immune system isn't going to be able to fight it off as easily, resulting in a heavy metal poisoning. So, that is interesting. So, I will be interested to see which heavy metal we specifically have to look out for this go around. And I'm sure that we will find, a specific one that's like, oh, I should have thought about, fucking plutonium glass, because that was definitely a thing in late 15th century China. But yeah, I've blathered on for long enough. You all know the drill. Stuff down below, do with it as you see fit. And yeah, until next time, this is Elven Prince.